Hassani. Oh, I don't know. It's not gonna me. That's Hassani.
3-7.
We have Sonny Hill up at bat for the Bombers. We get the ball back up to the pitcher. Bat up over the shoulder.
Ready, pitch.
And it's going to be a high pop up over into center field, just past the first line, going over toward Adrian Tamblin, and he is going to be safe. That's going to give them 2-point lead over the Chaos. The Bombers now with a 2-run lead over the Chaos in the bottom of the first. Next up, who is that?
It's number 8 in that.
Alright, bases please.
I'm getting a base check here.
Thank you. Here we go. Set. Ready, pitch.
And it's going to be a tip off back over onto the scorekeeper's table. And tapping the bat back up on the plate.
Set. Ready, pitch. Strike.
And that's going to be another strike.
Set. Ready, pitch. Strike.
It's going to be another strike for Matt. Pitch up, ready? And just sliding underneath that, and that is going to be out for Matt. And we're going to have another batter up for the Bombers. Okay, we got Edgar Erickson up to bat for the Bombers next. He's got his royal blue and orange batting gloves to go with his blue and white and lime green cleats. Relaxing at home plate as the ump talks to the pitcher, getting a base check.
Thank you. Here we go.
Stepping back off of home plate. Getting double question from the pitcher if that is a good. Bat up and ready. And bouncing down, and it bounced on the ground and hopped up and smacked the pitcher right in the stomach. So he's going to be walking it back to home plate.
You got it. Good hit, Edgar.
On his way back, walking back up with the catcher. And the handle of the bat touching home plate. As he refills the corners with his shoes and adjusts his blindfold. Double checking to see if the field is set.
Oh. Set. Ready, pitch.
And sliding right over the top of that pitch by about an inch.
1. Set. Ready, pitch.
And he's going to slam it down on the ground over in left field past Richie Flores as they run to grab it. We got Rodriguez running to grab the ball, and that is going to be a safe for Edgar Erickson, putting 3 runs up for the Bombers.
When do I not?
We got Megan Fink up batting for the Bombers next with some bright, well, not quite turquoise, but bright baby blue cleats that she's got on. She's already all down in a batting stance. Now she's relaxed, kind of laughing as the pitcher told her relax a little bit before they're ready. And a base check.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Set. Ready, pitch.
And a little tight in on the bat, and that's going to be a strike for Megan.
Set. Ready, pitch.
And a high again over the ball, just sliding over that by about 1.5 inches. Another strike.
Set. Ready, pitch.
And sliding underneath the ball this time. A little overcorrection there as she shakes her head.
Let's go, Megan. Nice, easy, straight through the plane. Here we go. Here.
Set. Ready, pitch.
And over the top of that, that is going to be another strike, and Megan will be out, bringing the Chaos in to try to recoup their losses on that 3-0 lead that the Bombers have, and the Bombers will be heading back out to defend that lead out in the field. Having a lot of bring it in call and some build up on the team, on the Chaos over on their bench before they come up to bat. Still having a lot of congratulations here and for the team, trying to soup each other up. We're going to have Rodriguez Best up to bat for the Chaos as he comes up to the plate. Bright lime green batting gloves. And Bombers still getting set out in the field. Again, the Bombers have a 3-0 lead on the Chaos as we head into the top of the second. Have a sound off for the Bombers out in the field to be set for their defense. I have an airplane going overhead, but we're not in play yet. Just waiting for that to pass, so we can definitely have clear hearing. Waiting for that plane still. Okay, the field is stating they're good and ready.
Thank you.
Base check.
Thank you. Here we go.
Rodriguez up with the bat up and ready for the pitch. And just a practice work on that cadence there. And catcher Coach Cody down and ready for the pitch.
Set. Ready, pitch.
High, powerful out deep center field past the first and second line of defense as Rodriguez runs for first base and he tackles and kicks it down, taking it on, bringing up the first run for the Chaos. That is going to be the first run on the board for the Chaos as the Bombers lead them 3-1 at the top of the second. Next up is going to be Tim Okalani for the Chaos.
Good swing, good swing.
As Rodriguez comes back up to the bench due to cheering from the team. All right, we have Tim ready. Coach is setting him up at home plate. Fixing the stance. Bat up on the shoulder. It's a white bat with turquoise grip.
Communication, helping each other on defense. Let's go, Bombers.
Have the pitcher readjusting his hat as he drops the ball. Ump still waiting for the okay from the field that they are ready.
Please. Thank you.
First and third base check and ready for the pitch. Coach giving some last minute instruction.
Set. Ready, pitch.
And a high pop up over into center right, just past the first line. Stumbling around, they go to grab it and scooping it up. Are they going to make it in time? And no, that is going to be another run up on the board for Tim for the Chaos, closing that gap to a 3-2. Courtney Williams up for the Chaos as Tim puts another run up for the Chaos and his team. You can hear the bench cheering wildly over on the third base side as he walks back up towards home and around to the bench. Again, it's Courtney Williams up to bat for the Chaos. Talking to the coach and the catcher. Holding the bat up high in the air. One batting glove on the right hand. And a base check.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Hold it down.
Catcher holding the glove up high. And scooping down underneath that pitch. And ready for another pitch.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And sliding just barely under the bat on that one by about 1.5 inches. Ball back to the pitcher, Cortez Hill.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And making connection, barely missing the pitcher as it rolls on the ground into center field. He's scrambling at the first base, crawling arm over arm, but it is going to be safe. They have called that safe, tying up the game for the Chaos. It's a 3-3 tie game at the top of the second, and Cody Jeffries back up to bat for the Chaos. As Courtney Hill comes back in for the Chaos. Cody has his right back pocket sticking out. Seems to be a trend I've been seeing all weekend. Cody twisting at the hips to prepare and ready
Right down the
for
line last time, Joe.
swinging that bat with the left arm
Good stroke.
Please.
Good stroke here. Let's
and getting a base check.
Down, Ben. Thank you. Here we go.
And that was a practice swing. This time bat up and at the ready.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And he's going to be high over that ball by about 2 inches, just missing. And ready for the pitch.
Set. Ready. Hit.
Oh, narrowly missing that by about 1/2 inch as it's near the edge of the bat. Yeah, it looks like Cody might be taking a pass as he waves and holds the bat in one hand.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And taking a pass.
What I want, right there.
Cody back with the bat up over the right shoulder.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And just narrowly missing them. That is going to be a strike.
Right, you got this, guys.
Ball back to the pitcher, Cortez Hill. At the ready.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And that is going to be another strike and out for the Chaos. It is still a tied game, 3-3. That's the first out for the Chaos as Richie Flores comes up to bat. Bright and sunny here in Beaumont, Texas. Thank you to the city of Beaumont for assisting all their volunteer work. Again, Richie Flores up to bat as he feels all the sides of home plate with his bat. Double checking to make sure the field Bombers is ready, and a base check.
Here we go.
And the catcher kneeling down and ready.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And just narrowly missing underneath that. Richie Flores has kind of a scooping golf swing there.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And again, just narrowly missing over the top of that. Maybe a 1/2 inch there.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And again, that's going to be another strike as he slides right over the top of that bat. Very determined look on Richie's face as he's facing back toward the catcher.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And that's going to be a low ball, and that is going to be out 2 for the Chaos.
Come on, Adrian. Come on, Adrian.
We got Adrian Tamplin up for the Chaos. Again, that is a tied game, 3-3, and 2 outs on the Chaos. Adrian with the bat down at the far edge of home plate. An adjustment from the coach and catcher.
Here we go.
Standing very calmly with the bat over the right shoulder.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And taking a pass. He had a casual swing of the bat before he pulls it back up over the shoulder and his black batting gloves.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And sliding just underneath his bat by about 1.5 inches. Perfect position as far as the centering.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
Oh, just nicking that, making a foul ball as it falls off into the catcher's mitt.
You in now. You in now. You in now. Here we go. Here we go. Set. Ready. Pitch.
And this time the ball is going to be a little dropped low, just shy of the bat by 1.5 inches.
Right here. Come on, kid. Right here, baby.
Well, talking between the catcher and the pitcher right here. This is a team effort.
Pitch.
And bouncing down hard past the pitcher over into left field, straight to Megan, and went past her feet, trying to catch it up from her team. Oh, he's out. He missed the base on the way through. Missed the base. And that is going to be an out. Bombers coming back in as the chaos.
Disconnected.
It's disconnected.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And nailing it, line drive out into right field, straight to Courtney Williams, and he has it, and that is going to be out one on the Bombers. That was a put out by Courtney Williams of the Chaos, straight into his chest as he laid on the ground, scooped it up, making for Easy out.
One down. Okay. Got a power hitter. Nice play.
Next up, we got Alex Barrera, another left-handed hitter for the Bombers. Stepping back off the plate, holding the bat in his right hand. Now both standing at ease as the outfield adjusts. Power hitter here for the Bombers.
Come on, Alex. Here we go now.
Getting a double check again on the field. Richie Flores shouting out encouragement to the rest of the team on the field. And the pitcher twisting shoulders.
Ready, pitch.
And a lightning speed pitch. And you could hear the whoosh of the air on that bat as it flashed over the ball. And a little tight on the inside. That's going to be foul as it hops over into the right between the scorekeepers and the right base.
Left a little, Cody. Go. Ready.
And stepping back off the plate. Tapping it a little bit there as he brings the bat back up over his shoulders.
Ready, pitch.
And sliding underneath the bat again.
I got 3 strikes. The deep we get.
As he pulls his elbow pads back up and then stepping off the home plate. Tapping. Looking at the pitcher with
Ready, pitch.
and a slamming hit. It's going to be foul as it almost hits first base, just bouncing on the outside edge. Coming back up to home plate for another try.
Oh, yeah, he do. Hey, good pitches, Jay.
Some encouragement to the pitcher from the opposing team as he takes a deep sigh and digs his foot in for the pitch. Bouncing, almost hit the pitcher right dead center. Richie Flores running to grab the ball. And he is calling it safe. Did not have it up, out, away from his body, apparently enough. Ump is conversed. The coach is asking, are you sure that that is not out? He had control of the ball between his elbows. It was not against his body, but it might have been hard to see. We're going to double check here with the line. The third baseman. So he's double checking here. Going to check with the judge out in the field to see if this is going to indeed stay out or safe. I'm checking with both of them.
You want to ride, man?
You can hear some praying out in the field, waiting for the ump to come back up as Jaden Price checks with all the bases and all the field. Double checking with the first baseman now. We will see the results as he comes back up. He is safe. So that will be safe.
You know what that means? Your turn. Let's go.
We have Sonny Hill up for the Bombers then, as the Bombers have taken the lead now. Double checking the field. 4-3 Bombers.
Thank you.
Sonny tipping his head back lightly, listening for the base check. Winding up. And just nicking that out slightly for a foul ball as it goes back to the catcher.
Ready, pitch.
Slamming it out into far left field as he runs to third. It's going to go past Richie and over to Rodriguez Best, and he is safe, giving the Bombers another run as they holler at Rodriguez to stop before he heads for the ditch out there. That is about a 2-foot drop off. You definitely do not want to take that running. Deep ditch you do not want to go for.
If he went down, that would have been bad. That would have been.
That is going to be Matt up to bat for the Bombers, as we're still waiting for the ball to make it all the way back up to the pitcher. Coming Matt for the Bombers, with a pocket sticking out as well. Pitcher taking a deep breath as he waits for the field to be set, and a base check.
Thank you. Hang on a second.
We're going to hold just a minute as we need to get that base pointing to.
Matt, front foot to the plate. Front foot.
Still need to adjust. Just a touch on third base.
We're going to have to make it right up. We'll come up to Jimmy.
Can we get that base over there one more time?
Getting at third base again.
Thank you.
Again, this is Matt for the Bombers. Bat touching.
Yeah.
We have a
Should be
time.
Square. It's in the blue square. That's it. Okay.
And we're going to have Nestor Gonzalez out adjusting third base for the Bombers. And another base check again. I'm ready for the pitch.
Ready, pitch.
And a little low one on the inside. That's going to be a strike.
Ready, pitch.
And catching just on the inside. That's going to drop foul out onto the left towards the Chaos bench. Back up at home plate. Tapping with the bat. Pitcher still panting hard in this heat. And again on the inside, almost catching his hands as he swings for a strike.
You ready, Rodriguez? That's three? Three, yeah. Three.
Yes, that is 3 strikes. Another deep breath.
Ready, pitch.
And that's going to be out. That is 2 outs for the Bombers.
When they give me the
Still with a
roster,
5-3 lead over the Chaos.
any subline. I mean, it's not technically an official roster because they just gave me the piece of paper. Yeah. So I don't know how you don't want to do it. I mean, if you want to talk about it, but I think it's correct.
Which is my remaining bench.
If there's any bench players.
What is it, just add? Or you can hold on?
It has to be. I assume that.
Oh,
A little bit of question here on the rosters for the Bombers as we wait for the umpire checking over at the bench. It might take a few minutes. Again, we are in Beaumont, Texas at the Chris Quinn Soccer Complex.
Thank you. Here we go.
Stepping back off the plate.
Ready, pitch. Strike.
And that's going to be a strike for Edgar Erickson of the Bombers. Strike 1. Taking a deep breath and then lifting the bat back up. And it's running a little on the inside and down below. It's going to be another strike. Back up. And it's just a little low by about 3 inches. That is 3 strikes for Edgar with 2 outs for the Bombers. Their 5-3 lead.
Ready, pitch.
And just tapping down, it's going to be foul as it drops straight down on the baseline. And bat back up, ready for the pitch. And swinging a little late, that is going to be out. sending the Bombers back out to defend their 2-run lead over the Chaos. Chaos making their way back in, desperately needing to recover some runs to take control of this game. And Chaos still making their way in. Again, the Bombers have a lead of 5-3.
You see what's outside this tent?
First up is going to be Rodriguez Best to bat for the Chaos.
How are you feeling?
Top of the third here. Rodriguez gets some adjustment from the coach here at home plate. Waiting for
Casey Baum, 30-30, and for Matt Delogo.
33 and for... Okay. Thank you.
That's complaining of a headache. So he's out.
Thank you so much.
and a ball ready back out with umpire to the pitcher. Cortez Hill pitching for the Chaos. Still waiting for Nestor to make sure his field is set up out on defense. Readjusting Husani, setting him over just a little as he comes back up off the field. Rodriguez waiting patiently at home plate with his hand on the edge of the bat. In the heat, they're set at the field and ready to go, and with a base check. Umpire redirecting outfield to be quiet after set.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
And ready for the pitch.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And sliding just underneath the ball.
Same swing, Alex. Here we go.
Bat back up at the ready for Rodriguez Best.
Set.
And that's going to be a little wide, and that is going to be another strike. Pitcher adjusting Rodriguez Best at the plate.
Set. Pitch.
And taking a pass on that, and listening to it come over the plate.
Yeah, he's over here. Set. Pitch.
And slamming the ball down at the pitcher's feet as it bounces behind him into center field. Megan tripping on that ball as they scramble to go get the ball. And that's going to be another one for Rodriguez Best as he steps on and takes out first base.
Oh, sorry.
Next up for Chaos, we've got Tim Okalani. Again, so that helped Rodriguez Best bringing his team up to only a 1-run deficit. So it is now 5-4 Bombers over the Chaos.
Hello, I'm here.
Come on, now let's go!
Matt Wallace. The Chaos apparently, what, 5-4 Chaos? Just
Nope,
bring me up
5-4 Bombers.
Okay,
Bombers are in the lead.
As I was finishing streaming the Philadelphia Fire Boston Renegades game, Philadelphia fell to Boston 19-13, and
Ready. This is
Matt, square up Megan.
new. swinging so hard.
A lot of credit early for hanging in there against the comments on walk-off fashion. 14-13. Did they? It's their second.
For another strike.
Yeah, it's 14-11.
And bouncing the ball again right past the pitcher down. Scrambles back to get it. Tim Okalani, as it just went right between Husani's feet.
Yeah, that sounded like one of those plays in the had-to-have category. It was right there, plenty of time before the runner reached the base. In her hand. Saw that a lot in the Philly-Boston game. Game of the day yesterday, Rosina. Sometimes it's just a game of inches, and if you don't pick up that ball, things can start snowballing on.
Courtney Williams up back to home plate to bat as we get a newcomer to the Chaos. It's like a second or third year, but definitely it's a major improvement.
And the Chaos looking for those gaps to fill. Losing Justin Holland to the Indy Edge was a huge thing for them. I'm not sure who else they might have lost to other teams, but I know Justin Holland, the big one.
And ready for the pitch. And sliding over the top of that by about 2 inches, making that an out, bringing the Bombers back in.
All right, so 8-5, going to the bottom of the third. But as I was saying, they did lose Justin Holland, but they did bring in Richie Flores. And Rosina, what do you think of how the loss of Justin Holland has impacted them, or has it impacted them, or do you think that they've brought in the players that can fill that role? And do you think maybe Tim Okalani helps out with that? What do you think?
You know, I think anytime you lose a player, Matt, you know, that always does something to your team. But I mean, you know, teams lose players and players move and change all the time. It's not really a new concept there, so it's not really that much something that's going to completely devastate a team. Richie Flores, you know, is an excellent all-around player. He's, you know, really, you know, worked hard on his defense. He's really all about the game. He will play absolutely any chance he can get. You know, I think some teams might not consider him their A-run player or anything, but I think any team is really lucky to pick that up.
And he definitely scored quite the run in this last inning from what we saw, so he definitely seems to have it going on. And like I said, Chaos is a team that he can fill that role. He's a great defensive player, and he can really hit the ball, very charismatic. So the Atlanta Chaos, you know, they're playing hard earlier in this World Series. Took the Comets to the bottom of the 6th inning in a tie game. You know, them and the Comets both evenly matched teams. And right now they're trying to take care of business against a Long Island team who is always a team that plays hard. That's the one thing you can always count on with these Long Island Bombers, and that's why they probably have 5 runs in their first 2 innings. They play hard. You know, they had a lot of trouble flying in this year, they'll tell you. I think their flights just got in yesterday, some of them late.
They were
yesterday.
late, but we are going to have Megan Fink, number 15 for the Bombers, up at bat with her bright blue cleats. Definitely a lot of hustle out there. You saw from her in defense out in short left field. And a sound off from the Chaos out in the field.
Kind of curious as to whether we'll see her in the Wool game tonight. You know, we're going to be calling that one for the MBBA network. So.
I'm sure that she will probably be paying.
Places, please.
Megan standing.
Thank you.
Their blue and white gloves, gripping the bat tightly. She looks forward toward the pitcher, crouched. And the ball popping initially right off her bat, back for a foul. But getting very aggressive on that first swing.
Yeah, Megan Fink, one of the people that arrived the latest to Beaumont, Texas yesterday, and you know, but she's always a gamer. She's always
and wild out, but it's going to be foul on the right.
Did you hit the base?
It's
Base is off. Give us a second. That's
Checking a base right
We have a
now.
base problem.
It was a good thing that was foul.
And I want to take this short opportunity to thank all of the volunteers in Beaumont, Texas. It's a great city we've attended for a few days now to broadcast and play in this Beep Ball World Series. Seriously, thank you to everyone driving us back and forth, providing us with the water, the concession stand food, just everything that you've done for us. I'm eternally grateful.
Base check, please.
Megan adjusting at the plate, waiting for that base check. Hand on the hip as she looks up in the air and brings the bat up to her shoulder.
Ready, pitch.
And it's barely sliding underneath her bat. Perfectly centered.
This is the third strike, I believe, unless they didn't count that second strike because of the no base. Oh, yep, it is 3.
Hey guys, come on.
Can still take one.
All right, here we go. Shot. Ready, pitch.
And going over
Batter's
them.
out.
That is going to be out as it slid about 2 inches over her bat.
So bottom 3, 8-5, Chaos trying to hang on to the lead that they just acquired via a 5-run top of the third inning. We thank those of you who are listening on behalf of the NBBA live stream. This is the game of the day for Wednesday in the B Baseball World Series. Wednesday the 27th, the Long Island Bombers and the Atlanta Chaos. Atlanta leading 8-5.
Thank you.
Okay, we have our left-handed batter, Joseph De Jesus, at the plate. Again, left-handed. As he pulls the bat up over his shoulder.
Shot. Ready, pitch.
And a strike. The pitcher is very quick. As soon as his batters are ready, he does not mess around, and that pitch is in there.
Yeah, James is very quick. He's very.
And another strike.
We saw that in the long ball competition as well when he was pitching to his guy. He just gets it, fires it.
A deep sigh.
Taking a
Ready.
break now, though.
Shot. Ready, pitch.
And it's going to be another strike as it just is underneath the bat.
So 3 strikes.
Shot. Ready, pitch.
And going just over the top of the bat that time. That is going to call for an out.
Always tough when you fall behind by a few runs after the other team has a big inning. When you come out and have a couple strikeouts, it's just, it's tough. You want to make the other team make plays. You want to make them continue their momentum. But when you give them kind of 2 freebies, 2 outs via the strikeout, then they don't even have to work for that momentum.
Got Alex Pereira up for the Bombers. Majorly hard power hitter here. Super serious about his game. As he stands at ease with the bat in both hands.
Long time bomber.
Thank you.
Base check.
Thank you. Here we go.
Swinging the bat down at the ankles and up over the shoulder.
Shot. Ready, pitch.
And over the bat by about 1.5 inches.
Shot. Ready, pitch.
And slamming as it bounces on the ground, going out to center right, and right up in the court, and he has it, and that is going to be out. Almost got knocked over by Rodriguez. He was down on the ground. Rodriguez almost tripping over him to grab the ball, but that is going to be an out by Courtney Williams.
Good communication there. Got past Rodriguez on that first shot. He's tried to scramble back to get it, but trying. They're hanging in there, scoring some runs on them, pushing them, but it looks like the Thunder were starting to pull away a little bit. It was only a 4-run game. Obviously, the other big game of the day, the 4 versus 5, Philadelphia and Boston. Man, Boston looks like they're on a whole different level right now. They won 19-13, and they just kind of the same things we saw yesterday. Every member of that team just spanking the ball. Every member of that team is quick on it defensively, plays for each other. You got to hear all their songs, all their different, and they just seem to be clicking on a lot of cylinders right now. And unfortunately for the Fire, they made, like you just said, just enough mistakes for that to be the difference in the game. And that's what I'd say watching the Boston-Philly game all the way through. One team made simple mistakes and one team didn't really make simple mistakes. And that's that team who didn't make those simple mistakes are the team that won.
Yeah, and you can forgive that one mistake and maybe 2 mistakes, but when you have 1 or 2 every inning, it's definitely going to add up and really hurt your team.
Absolutely. And Philadelphia, we'll see what that means for their tournament, but Boston Renegades, we should see the Boston Renegades. The Edge were leading the Comets 4-0 right away. They looked like they were on their way to potentially winning that game. So you might be seeing, other than the Jets, Boston, the Edge, the Blackhawks, and the Indy Thunder are kind of your big 4, it would appear, after at least Wednesday. Anything could change. It is a double elimination. You mentioned that.
Megan,
so it's a double elimination. So if these teams like the Fire or like the San Antonio Jets, those 2 teams still have the talent to get on a run. And even the Gateway Archers, I'll throw them in there. They have enough talent with Johnny Walker on the mound to get in the run. But enough of that. Game time.
We do have the Bombers are looking like they're mostly set up as they do their call-off out in the field. Courtney Williams, again, will be back up at bat. He did get that last put-out for the Chaos out in the field, so I'm sure he appreciated that little water break before he has to come up and swing again.
So
getting a base check.
Thank you. Here we go.
Top of the 4th.
Okay, it's
You gonna catch for me today, sir?
Yeah, Courtney joking, asking if his coach is going to come and catch. And again, he has this unique swing where he holds the bat almost straight up above his head, Matt, and then comes down to swing. And just barely missing that ball by a half an inch.
looking for some big plays from Megan Fink, Joey DeJesus, the 2 best overall defensive players on the Bombers.
Set. Hit.
And again, just narrowly missing that.
Now, see, this is the breeze that you speak of right here. There we go.
It comes back through again. Courtney asking his coach if he was overreaching, but apparently not.
Set. Hit.
And that ball was low by about 4 inches under the bat.
Can still take one. I'm going to predict that he doesn't.
Set. Hit.
And it's going to be over that by about 4 inches again, making it out and bringing Cody Jeffries up to bat for the Chaos. That will be 1 out.
4-5.
Cody Jeffries was the one that scored last inning. You saw him hit a very sharp ball that he was able to beat to the base with his speed. He is a very good hitter, a very prominent member of this game. But the Long Island Bombers get a freebie there. They get the first out on that strikeout. Keeps it 8-5.
Here we go.
Cody stepping back off the plate. Gripping the bat and up over the shoulder. Practice swing. And ready to go.
Set. Hit.
And underneath that ball by about 2.5 inches.
You're on it. Set. Hit.
And slamming it out low into left field, close to the edge, past Megan. Oh, past the third line of defense, almost over. There was just no way that Joseph DeJesus could get that. It's right at the edge of the ditch. And that's going to give Cody a run up on the board for the Chaos, widening that lead.
And it's 9-5 now, and that's how good he is. That's how good he is, and that's how hard he can hit. But man, that was a fast run to the base. And that's how you hit a base head on.
And here comes the ball flying in as Richie Flores makes his way up to the plate. Stop that with my feet, actually, Matt.
He went right to 1. 2 steps left, Asani.
An adjustment out in the
Right there,
field,
good.
preparing for Richie Flores or Risky Biz.
Mason, please.
And a base check.
Thank you.
Richie leaning back toward the catcher in his batting stance.
Set.
And slamming it again in the ground, almost the same position, right past Megan Fink over. Oh, and stumbling off of Joseph's hands because it was so fast, just not being able to get a hold of it, giving a run to Richie Flores.
Richie just powered it past him again. The second straight time we've seen him do that. Just, Megan Fink had a chance. Joey DeJesus had a chance. But that ball was just a little bit too hard hit for either one of those guys.
Definitely just sneaking right past Megan there. Just not much she could do. It was going so fast that even if she had caught it with her hands, it would have just bounced off. With Adrian Tamplin up for the Chaos, a train, as he stands at the bat at a balanced, relaxed stand at the plate.
Set.
And taking a pass, as he does a lot on his first pitch. And bringing that black and gold Black Max bat up over his shoulder.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And up high over that pitch, about 3.5 inches. Bringing that bat back up over his ear. And getting a time as we have a truck hauling porta potties out on the left side. I'm just gonna wait for it to make its way on past. We definitely do appreciate those volunteers as well, keeping us situated with those throughout the soccer complex.
Here we go. Defense up.
All right, here we go.
Man, Jaden Price calling it ready to play.
Yeah. Do it, baby.
And ready for the pitch.
Set. Hit.
And slamming it almost in the exact same spot, just past Megan as it goes back to Joseph. It just out of his fingers, and that's going to be another run for the Chaos by Adrian Tamplin. Seems to be like just a instant replay there of where the ball is going.
The Atlanta Chaos's pitcher is starting to find those bats, Rosina, and when he's finding them, they're powering those balls past Cody Jeffries, Richie Flores, Adrian Campa, just all of them just destroying the baseball. 11-5 now.
Definitely hitting the same spot, just on barely inside that left baseline, outside of Megan's position. Looks like we might have a substitution here that are getting her some ice. Have a timeout, it looks like, out in the field. Megan coming in to the bench due to clapping from both benches. Good sportsmanship.
Yeah. They just can't do it
Oh, out. That's right.
Bases, please.
So got one out on the Chaos. Rodriguez best up to bat. Bat up high over the right shoulder. Ready for the pitch. And clobbering it down on the ground, rolling past the pitcher out into center field, past Damien as he's grabbing it all, and he is going to be safe.
Just a ground ball that time. Sounded like it was sharply hit, just unable to be fielded by any of the Long Island defenders. Seemed like it went by a few of them. One of them was on it, but not the fastest run to the base, but just, I don't really know how to explain that one. Just a ground ball that just eluded people.
Just not quite. Damien didn't quite get his hands on it. Alex was trying to get to it in time, but just couldn't quite do it. So giving a point for Rodriguez best, bringing Tim Okolani up to bat.
We've seen him score at least one run since I've joined the broadcast. And again, Matt Wallace, Rosina Foster doing the game of the day for the MBBA, the Long Island Bombers, and the Atlanta Chaos. 12-5 Atlanta as the Long Island Bombers defend. Chaos bat in the top half of the fourth.
Practice swing there by Tim as we get a base check.
Thank you. Here we go.
And underneath that by about 4 inches. Conversation between the catcher and the pitcher.
Only one out so far in this inning. Chaos can score.
And just a little tight on the inside. It's going to be a foul. Is it?
Chaos can score in bunches, though.
And just coming off the edge of the end of the bat, rolling back behind for a foul ball.
Where you at? Pull through.
Bat up high, ready for the pitch. And bouncing it over into right field, just past Damien, and he's going to have that. That is going to be out by Damian Gonzalez.
Damian Gonzalez, the youngest person in this World Series. I believe
14 Damian Gonzalez.
Making the play for the out. I believe that's the second out. So good play by him, sticking to it. Went by him initially, went back there, made sure, didn't beat it to the base. So he gets that out, keeps it at 12-5. Good play by the youngster.
Pulling Courtney Williams up to home plate. We got the outfield calling to him right here.
All right. One everywhere.
Courtney lifting that bat high up over his head out in front.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
All right.
Twisting of the shoulders from the pitcher Cartez Hill. And ready. And a little on the outside. Just missing that bat. You got Damian Gonzalez out there jumping in the field. And that time the ball was underneath the bat. And a pop-up short over into left field, just where they were calling for it. They're scrambling to get the ball.
Good play.
And he is going to be out. They had it just about a second and a half before he made it safe. So that is going to be out.
So that's it. So the Long Island Bombers make the last couple plays defensively to settle things down. But another 4-run inning for the Chaos after the 5-run inning last time. So after a first couple innings trailing, the underdog Long Island Bombers now find themselves down 12-5. So the Chaos have really gotten themselves together. Now it's just a matter of them bearing down defensively to close this game out. Long Island maybe dealing with a couple of overheating injuries, maybe, just trying to get through this game. Obviously, who knows how they're feeling now after coming in late and everything that's happened to them over the past couple days.
Yeah, that was a put out by Casey Vaughn for the Bombers. That brought the Bombers back up to bat.
Casey Bond, old player for
Has
York,
his
Pennsylvania.
distinctive minefold with us yellow circles on them. As he was telling Courtney early, right here, right here. And it looks like he got his wish.
Casey Bond used to play for the New Jersey Lightning, if you recall. They were a thing for a second. The Philadelphia Wolfpack in the old days of the Philadelphia Wolfpack. So he's been around the block. Now he's kind of found more of a permanent home in Long Island. So good for him getting that put out. Let's see what Long Island has offensively to try to chip into this
So we've
now
got
commanding
John Cruz coming up to bat, and he can hit.
7-run lead for the Chaos.
7 runs.
As he's up at home plate. He's got his baseball pants pulled up to his knees as we get that base check.
Thank you. Here we go.
He's taking a practice swing, a very level shoulder height swing. And it's going to be a strike as he just misses. We have Nestor catching now. And it's going to be a slam as it... Oh,
Yep, dead ball.
and they're calling him safe.
No dead ball.
So they're saying it's in and out, not sure.
And even the Chaos themselves acknowledge, nope, that's a run. It was beeping. We're good with it. 12-6. So that was a really good hit. So it would have been a shame to be wasted on a dead ball. I'm one of those people that, like, I don't care who you root for. I think good hits should be rewarded. And, it stinks. Obviously, when there's a dead ball, there's nothing you can do about that. But even the Chaos fielder themselves say, we're good with it. It was beeping enough for us. I couldn't hear it. I thought it was a dead ball right away. I called it. I was like, I can't hear it anymore. But the Chaos fielders acknowledging we could hear it just enough. Good poke.
Almost caught the pitcher. He had to lift his left leg up there to let that ball roll by. But that's going to bring Casey Vaughn up to bat for the Bombers.
John Cruz, much like Damian Gonzalez, a member in the regular season of the New Jersey Titans, hope to see them back in the World Series. Obviously, Nestor Gonzalez, Damian's father, big part of them as well. So you hope that the Jersey Titans can get enough players. John Cruz, part of that movement as well. So we hope to see them back in the World Series soon.
Casey ready for that pitch. And just going over the top of the bat. As Casey's turning back to talk to Nestor behind him.
Not the fleetest of foot, but the guy can hit it.
And just barely going right underneath that ball with his bat. And a practice swing there.
So we sit in the bottom half of inning number 4, 12-6. If I say Philadelphia one more time.
And tapping off his bat, dropping right behind home plate and rolling past Nestor.
But Chaos doubling up the Long Island Bombers 12-6.
Ready for the pitch. And slamming it down on the ground over into left field. Oh, bouncing off of the chest of Richie Flores as he scrambles. Oh, and he loses it out of his grip. And that is going to be safe. Fumble there. Just couldn't quite keep it in his hands and get the ball up off of his body.
Is that Richie Flores you said out there?
That was Richie Flores. It bounced off his chest, scrambled to get it, had it in his hands as he tried to lift it, fumbled out of his hands. Just not enough time, and Casey gets the point.
And you heard his frustration.
The run.
When he hit that one. And we got to give Casey credit for something. Maybe visually you saw it differently, but it sounded like, despite the fact that Richie kind of had a very loud grunt, which I, as a base runner, might have mistaken for up if I can't see and I'm booking it down the line, Casey did a good job of not worrying about the noises in the field and just running to that base and letting the play speak for itself. And sure enough, Richie's grunt was not an angry grunt of up. It was a grunt of I missed the ball and I'm angry at myself. And so Casey's hustle pays off.
Quiet down, please.
12-7.
This is Damian Gonzalez, left-handed batter. And ready.
Ready, hit.
Oh, Oh, and just sliding up.
So a little bit of a strike back here by Long Island. They have 2 runs in. They still have no outs. Damian Gonzalez looking to keep it going.
Ready, hit.
Damn, just tipping off the top of that ball, making a foul, as Damian has a little hop there at the plate.
He was in the fastest man competition, and let me tell you, he didn't finish top 5, but he was running to the base well under 6 seconds.
Ready, hit.
Sliding right over the top of that ball by about 2 inches.
Looking forward to seeing how his game evolves 5,
Over the
10,
years.
15 years down the road. Yep.
Nestor having him adjust his feet just a little, by little hops. And ready.
Ready, hit.
There's a little on the inside, but he hit it, and that's going to be foul out on the right baseline by about 20 feet. Hands on his hips as he walks back up to the plate, grabbing his bat and finishing on up.
Damian and Nestor, just another example of a father and son who play this game together.
Little hops at the plate there as he adjusts. Doesn't take little steps, he has little hops.
Yeah, base check, please. Thank you. Thank you.
And that base check, twisting that bat back in his hand to be up ready.
Ready, hit.
And slamming as he swings that bat is just inside the right baseline. See if Cody Jeffries can get to that ball and get it up. And he is going to be
Damian
safe
Gonzalez!
as he hops back, skipping and hopping towards his bench, bringing them up.
And all of a sudden now, Rosina Foster, we have a 12-8 game, and there's still nobody out. Long Island suddenly waking up a little bit on their end of the field here.
And just those few little misses on the chaos. Hopefully they're thinking they're not going to let that become a solid momentum.
And you got to not let that kind of thing get in your head. You need to, for the chaos, you need to understand we still lead 12-8.
Thank you.
Need to bear down.
Here we go.
Got Pascal up to bat for the Bombers.
Just came in as a defensive replacement last inning.
Ready, hit.
And letting that pass.
Let's go, Pascal.
Bringing that bat slowly over the plate. Several times up over the shoulder. And drops. And that's going to be foul. Only went about 10 feet to the left.
So 2 strikes, no outs, still 3 in.
Back up at the plate with his slow little swings across the center of the plate and over the shoulder. Asking for another base check.
Thank you. Thank you.
We bring this game to you from the Chris Quinn Soccer Complex.
Ready?
Ready, hit.
And just barely missing that as he slides about a half an inch over the top of the ball.
So that's three strikes.
Ready, hit.
Ow, and swinging a little early and missing that ball.
Full count. He took the first one.
3, because he passed the first
He
one.
passed the first one.
Oh, was he passed the first? See, I didn't. I miscounted too.
Pass
Okay.
that first one.
Yeah. I was with the fielders. I thought he was a strikeout victim. And now.
Oh, and now that is going to be an out.
Victim.
All right, help him in. Come on, Joe.
Just took him one extra pitch. Break there for the chaos, though, Rosina. They'd given up 3 straight runs. So sometimes obviously, you never want to see guys strike out, but sometimes maybe for the fielders, a little break to get a freebie, get themselves reset a little bit. Because
Nice and
they've
easy,
been
Joe. Come on.
doing a little bit of
This
a
is
rough time.
Joseph.
Joe De Jesus.
Yep. Up to bat, left-handed batter
And if Long
for
Island's
the Bombers.
If they're going to complete this comeback, they need him.
Bases, please.
Getting that base check, and the field is ready.
Here we go. That golf cart in play?
Oh, that golf cart.
Oh, is that golf cart in play?
We're in the last half of inning number 4.
All right, here we go.
And our umpire moving over to the opposite side since we do have a left-handed batter. And ready. And a hard swing, but missing that by about 1.5 inches. A hard breeze coming through right about now. Slamming it low on the ground into left field. Just, going past Richie's arms. And we have Adrian Tamplin, and that is going to be an out. Scooping it up, backing up Richie Flores with the out. That
Great
was
backing
Adrian
up.
Tamplin.
Great backing up by Adrian Tamplin on that one, as Richie Flores once again kicking himself, missed the ball, but he's a great communicator out there, Rosina, so by the time, he got past him, Adrian was right there in great backup position to record the second out. Tough break for Joey DeJesus. Maybe tiny bit of a faster run to the base gets him there.
We got Alex Barrera up. Again, heavy power hitter, left-handed for the Bombers. Heavy breeze kicking in. Pitcher asking where he wants. And
Heard that swing.
there's definitely a lot of whistling going on with this swing. Steps back up to home plate. And then taking a large step back, widening the stance. And again, missing that just over the top of that.
Would you like any water?
Reed standing at home plate to step back. And then having one leg on each side of that baseline. Bouncing it over, almost hit the pitcher right in the center. It's going to be short, though. Richie Flores out there trying to grab him. It's going to be safe, though. It was right in the center. Richie coming from the other side, just not getting that ball up in the air. Had it between his hands, just couldn't get it in the air.
Gotta have that definitive pickup. He said, I got it, but you gotta get it and snatch it up. And it didn't sound like that quite happened in that situation. You fumble around with it for even that half a second. It gives that runner a half second to touch the base, and that makes it a 12-9 Atlanta Chaos lead. Here come the Bombers.
With John Cruz up at bat to boot.
And we saw his power drive the last time he scored earlier this inning.
Jaden asking if the field is set and that base check.
Here we go. Go, John. Same thing. Ready, hit.
And again, down on the ground in left field, right to Richie Flores, up bouncing off his chest again as he crawls. And he's got it. He is out that time. Richie getting the ball up in the air that time.
Yeah, he's fortunate too. John Cruz, maybe not as fast to the base as some other people yet. He's new to the game. Not the best inning for him, but what you can always appreciate about Richie is he's going to keep going with it, and he's going to keep Do that. Long Island just getting 4 runs back.
And a high pop-up over into far left, past the third row of defense. It's going to be headed to, and he's already safe before it goes down the ditch.
No, that's like 150, 155. That's a great hit, though.
Not
They're
quite a
going
home
to
run.
double check.
but
We're still getting an official check on that.
You got all of it, though.
He hit that ball well.
Saying it was close, but we have the ump going out to double check the spot.
could be a home run, which would be 2 runs for the Chaos. Probably just 1. But that's one of those balls that you can play any way you want to defensively. You can position yourself. That's just, you just tip your cap that a really good hitter made a really good hit.
So that was
There's nothing anyone can do about that.
Was short, so not quite a home run, but definitely a beautiful hit by Cody Jeffries.
Definitely would have been a beautiful thing to see in the long ball competition the other day.
Absolutely. That does bring Richie Flores up to bat.
He's had a couple of great runs, powered it past.
And last time the Chaos was at bat, they kind of had a 3-play instant replay, so we'll be curious to see if Richie follows through with a repeat of what Cody just did.
Yeah, the Chaos have quite the meat of their order, so to speak, with Richie Flores and Cody and Tim. They definitely have some guys that can rock it.
Okay. Richie leaning back toward the pitcher, ready for that pitch. And a high pop-up short into center field. Is it going to stay? It's going to stay fair up by the pitcher circle as Richie runs for the base. And he is going to be safe. Safe before they were almost there, but they didn't have it quite in their hands or even up in the air.
Not quite Richie's best hit, but he still hit it sharply enough. The Long Island Bombers fielders fumbled with it enough. And it's 14-9.
It was up nice short. Sometimes those short ones, when it's close up by the pitcher, can be just as effective. This brings Adrian Tamplin up to bat for the Chaos.
And back-to-back Cody Jeffries and Richie Flores quieting the Long Island energy, scoring 2 of those 4 runs that they gave up last inning.
A lot of talking out there in the field for the Bombers. Nestor on the sidelines, adjusting a few players. And getting a base check.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
See if Adrian does his pass on his first one. He has a bat up over his left shoulder, just standing.
Pass.
And that was a pass as he watched it go by. Now bringing the bat down to home plate, tapping each side, swinging at his ankles, bringing it up to his shoulder. And it was a little high on the outside of the bat by about 2 inches.
So 1-1 the count. We've seen this guy those last few times at the plate take that first one. It seems to be a staple with him.
And just over the bat there by about an inch.
Gonna be welcome those of you joining the NBBA Game of the Day.
And ready? And oh, tipping off that almost perfect pitch there, just a little high, being a foul.
Which one, Right here. One.
And underneath, that is going to be an out for Adrian Tamplin, bringing Rodriguez best up to bat.
So the 2 times out of 3 that I've seen him bat, the 2 times that he's taken that first pitch, he struck out. The 1 time that he hasn't, he scored. So maybe swinging at that first pitch isn't always the secret to success for him. He's just not having the most success when he does that. At least 2 at-bats that I've witnessed.
We have the coach and catcher adjusting Rodriguez's best batting stance, waiting to check the field to see if they're ready. Rodriguez has those bright lime green batting gloves. Bat up above the ear and ready. And pitch was a little high, about 4 inches above the bat.
So 1 out. Top of the 5th. Long Island trying to settle things down here, down 14-9.
And just catching a tip of that on making a foul, keeping him in the game. And taking a pass on that. Remember, you can have as many foul balls as you want.
So 2-1 the count. We've seen these Chaos guys, they will take a pass in there at bats. The game of the day yesterday with...
And that is going to be a strike.
So full count. But the game of the day we saw yesterday with Gateway in Boston, nobody was taking pitches with Johnny Walker, Peter Connolly. Those guys were expecting swings.
And a high pop-up straight short in the left field, bouncing over, and it's going to go foul.
Break there for the Bombers. Chaos with a collective groan on their sideline.
As Rodriguez was 3/4 of the way to the base.
Yeah, Richie Flores telling him to take a deep breath because this is the toughest one. He's got to walk it off, and he doesn't have that take to just rely on. He needs to swing. So he needs to take as much time as he needs to walk it off, get his energy back, and just retool himself for this swing, revamp himself.
Keep fighting, Rodriguez.
Can hear the bench telling him to keep fighting as he's back up at home plate. Exhaling a deep breath and bringing that bat back up above his ear. Still can hear him breathing.
Yeah, he's still trying to catch his breath. Yeah.
And tipping off, that's going to be a foul. You can hear the Staying Alive singing over at the Chaos bench.
Spearheaded by Richie, of course.
Still hear that breathing.
Yeah, you can tell he was trying to gather that energy there. He was trying to gather that energy. That's a really tough play when you hit a foul ball on a full count. You have to walk it all the way back. You have to retool. Yeah, he was still trying to catch his breath even after he fouled that first pitch off. So tough break for him. Good break for the Bombers though. 2 outs, top of the 5th, and if the Bombers can get out of this half of an inning after the Jeffries and Flores runs, they got to be feeling good because they scored 4 runs and only gave up 2 back. So Long Island making some noise.
That's Tim Ogilani for the Chaos with a strike. And tip rolling off the top of his bat.
So 2 strikes on Tim.
And that's going to be a strike as he misses.
He's got his pass.
Now the catcher adjusting home plate, lining it up with the lines again. Backing off the plate per instruction from the pitcher and the catcher. Bat up at the ear. And popping it up short into right field as Damian Gonzalez, one under his arm, and that is going to be safe. Another run for Tim. Bringing that up to 15-9.
The one thing we're noticing here with Long Island, and definitely correct me if I'm wrong visually, but it just doesn't seem like they're, and they have some backups in there defensively, but it doesn't always seem like they're as quick as they need to be defensively, picking up the ball, flubbing it around a little bit, and
there's a lot of close misses, kind of like the game we had yesterday. Just some almosts, some should-haves, some could-haves. It just all add up.
Yep. And now instead of being out of the inning, 14-9, now it's 15-9, and you have to face another batter.
It says Courtney Williams up for the Chaos with his bright red and black cleats and his batting stance with the bat almost straight up over his head.
Faces, please. Thank you.
Scored in the Chaos's big 3rd inning.
Here we go.
And a practice swing there by Courtney. And a short little pop that's going to roll right back over to the catcher. Made it about 3 feet out in front of home plate.
And again, we welcome those of you listening to the NBBA live stream game of the day. We have the Long Island Bombers and the Atlantic Chaos.
And a solid hit over into left field short, bouncing off of a foot, scrambling to get it, and he is still going to be out. They do have it. That was... Yep, Casey Bond for the putout.
Bond had the last putout in the 4th inning, I do, but no, he scored a run. I'm sorry, so he scored a run in his last inning, and he has a putout in this inning. So Casey Bond making his mark on this game. So they didn't exactly do what Richie Flores wanted to, Rosina, but they did get 3 out of those 4 runs back, and that's still a very good answer because Long Island had some energy. They got it down to 12-9. So for the Chaos to get those runs from Richie Flores and Cody Jeffries, and Tim scoring the 3rd run, that really stabilized it for the Chaos.
I'm pretty sure
today.
Casey was the one who got Courtney's last bat up as a putout. He was over in that left field and was telling Courtney right here. Courtney put it there, and he actually got him out. So that's a duplicate repeat of that bat.
I thought so, and I was like, I know he scored a run, so maybe I just have Casey in my head too much. But yeah, so he scored, and he had 2 putouts. He did have that putout last inning. Thank you for confirming. So I'm not crazy. And so Casey's really made his mark on this game. The 2 putouts to end the last couple innings. And so Long Island now goes into this inning down 6 in the bottom of the 5th. They need to do kind of what they did last inning.
We have Chaos is now almost set up out in the field. Richie with his hands above his head together, rubbing back and forth as we wait for the Bombers to get their lineup ready, as they have a few practice tosses there between catcher and pitcher. Both catcher and pitcher wearing masks, and this is going to be Casey Bond back up to bat 4 on the Bombers, kind of like last happened. He put him out and then came right up to bat. He's got those yellow eyes painted onto his mindfold blindfold. And a base check, as he has a couple practice swings with his black and silver batting gloves. Asking for another base check.
Thank you.
And just going over the top of the bat by about an inch.
So strike 1.
Taking a pass.
And I apologize, folks. I've been going since 8 in the morning too. Who's batting for the? Who's batting for the? We'll do
This
that
is
pitch.
Casey Bond.
Okay.
That's going to be a strike as he goes about 2 inches above that ball.
Had a little zonk out moment there, but it's 2-1 on Casey Bond, trying to continue his success in this game. Trying to keep Long Island afloat. Bottom 5, 15-9.
And we're ready for the pitch.
Strike.
That's going to be a strike.
Count's
Almost
full.
on.
Count is full.
And it's going to be a hard little pop over into left, but just foul by about 3 feet.
Are you not counting the?
We have a little more cloud cover and another set of breeze coming through. Let's hope that it lasts through this game. Casey back up at home plate as the pitcher has the ball raised and ready. And tapping it just to the right of the pitcher as this pushes past Cody and past Courtney, going out to the far field, and he's going to be safe.
sometimes you just have the luck of the Irish, and that's what Casey Bond has today. I mean, it wasn't the hardest hit ball in the world, if I'm not much mistaken, and also not the fastest base run, but he hit it where they literally weren't, and he was able to get there.
Cody sliding over to the left to try to grab it past his hands. Courtney jumping over to the right to grab it and right past his hands and out into the far field. It just kept rolling.
Perfectly placed, Rosina. 14-10.
This is
15 to
Damian
10.
Gonzalez, left-handed batter, up for the Bombers.
Hey, Cody. Cody. Got you last time, man. Come on.
Richie telling his fielder Cody Jeffers, Damian beat you last time.
Thank you. Kick to your right. Oh, your left. Thank you. Kick to your left, Cody. Here we go.
Got you now. Battle, baby, battle.
Set, ready, pitch. Right.
That's a good swing. Here we go.
That was
Rosina
just
with
above that.
Rosina with a little stop there. She would have picked it up before any of those guys would have got to the base. That was a pickup within a couple seconds.
Set, ready, pitch.
High pop-up. It's going to be foul out on the first base side. That was only because I didn't have to go very far to get it, Matt.
I still would have moved out of the way. 2 strikes.
Damian coming back up to home plate. Sliding his feet back toward the back of the plate. And ready?
Set, ready, pitch. Double.
3 strikes.
Just
now,
rolled
though.
right up over the bat, smacking off the catcher. Just getting those feet ready.
Set, ready, pitch.
High pop up over into right field, short as the bat went flying. It's going to be just fair as Cody has to scramble for the ball, and he is going to be safe. That's another almost repeat hit for Damian Gonzalez.
How about Casey Bond and Damian Gonzalez, Rosina, coming up big? The last 2 innings, they have started the Long Island Rally with runs. Damian Gonzalez duplicating what he did last inning, scoring another run. And folks, this is a game. It's 15-11, and there's still nobody out.
Come on, Pasquale, keep it going. On the bench,
And Pascal up to bat for the Bombers. Cannot hear third
Point
base
to it,
over
please,
there.
Pasquale.
It's
Point.
very
Hold
faint.
on for a second. Hold on. Hold that point. Pasquale, point to the base.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
We have Jaden Price going to check the base, the inside guts, make sure it is at the hole and the speaker are lined up correctly. As he's wrestling with that third base to line it up.
Get it, work it. That's nice, man. Better? Yeah, it's a good base.
You want a better base.
The offense out there checking it.
Richie.
Jaden coming back in from third base.
So we have a 15-11 game, no outs, Long Island hitting, bottom of the 5th.
And Pascal up for the Bombers.
Set the field. Base, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Set, ready, pitch.
Taking a pass on that first one.
Another example of a guy, this one from Long Island, who takes that first pitch.
Set, ready, pitch.
And sliding just on the inside low of the bat.
Right here.
1-1 the game.
Ready, pitch.
And tipping off the bat right into the catcher's mitt.
Do it, baby. Nice and easy, Pasquale. Get your pizza later.
He's tapping the bat against the home plate.
Set, ready, pitch.
And that one a little high on the outside end of the bat by
So?
about an inch.
The count is full now, 3-1. Coming out either way here.
31.
Perfect count to hit.
Set, ready, pitch.
Yeah, that's
Staying
gonna be a
alive.
Right
foul.
there, now drive this next one.
As he kind of tips his head back like a, oh.
Win the battle, Pasquale. Win the battle. Here we go.
Level swing over the center of the plate.
Set, ready, pitch. Elbow.
Bouncing off the top of the
Right off the shins.
Back up under our table again. Lining that bat up with the outside edge and the front middle of the plate.
That one got me perfectly, just hit it the other way.
Popping off against us.
That's the second time it's hit me.
Popping up back up under the reporter's table again.
Pasquale has something against the broadcaster here. He's really trying to beat him up.
Ready for that pitch? That's going to be a straight strike on that one.
Not that I was rooting for him to strike out there, but it's clearly hitting the ball for him meant pain for me on that at bat. I thought we were kind of cool, but I maybe I've called a lot of Philadelphia Long Island games in my past. Maybe I said something it might have rubbed him the wrong way at some point. But he was gunning for the shins of Matt Wallace over here. But strikeout, tough break for him. Had a nice few contacts there. Only the first out of the inning for the Bombers though.
Bringing Joseph DeJesus up to bat, a left-handed batter.
Thank you. Here we go. Step back.
Bat up on the shoulder. And just dropping down at the pitcher's feet. I'm not sure if that's going to make it fair. That is going to be foul. It's right in the center behind the pitcher. Not quite making it, shy about 1.5 feet.
And Joey DeJesus probably doesn't want that one. Wants one a little bit sharper, a little bit more of a line drive, so he could. That was one of those where he would have had to purely outrun it to the base.
He's making his way back up as you can see Cody Jeffries out there double checking to see how far he is from the base, kind of going back and forth, side to side. As we wait for Joseph to make it back up to home plate, discussing a little bit with Nestor Gonzalez there as they come up to the plate. And the outfield definitely waiting. Looks like there might be an issue with the shoe. Tightening things up there for Joseph.
Yeah, definitely want to make sure you have your shoes nice and tight. That run to the base.
There was a game the other day with, what was it? Dustin Youngren seemed to need to have his shoe tied almost every time up at bat. Back adjusting up at the home plate, feeling the entire front edge. Again, Joseph DeJesus, left-hander. Going high over the bat by about 2 inches. And slamming it on the inside, going to
Tough
the
break.
right.
Tough break for DeJesus there. It's now 3 strikes. And he hit that one very solidly. See if he chooses to take that pitch.
Standing at the edge of the plate.
Joey's usually not a taker. Usually swinging away.
Stepping back a step. Adjusting his feet wider. And ready for the pitch. And that's going to be a total miss for a strike as it goes under the bat.
So, 2 outs now. Oh, is that?
He's out. I have 4.
He's out. He's out.
So that is
So it is a
out.
strikeout.
That's going to bring Alex Barrera up to bat for the Bombers, making the second out for the Bombers.
Impressive. Fouled off too. We'll give you credit when it's due.
Alex
Fouled off.
Barrera is also a left-handed batter as he steps the edge of his feet on the plate and then stepping back. Nestor getting some quick adjustment to his feet as we get a base check.
Thank you. Here we go. Ready, pitch.
I'll get better. I'll get better.
Just a tip-off foul for that pitch. Scooching just a hair closer with 1 foot on each side of the right baseline.
Ready, pitch. Strike.
Oh, that's going to be a strike as it sails straight into the catcher's mitt.
So that's 2. 2 strikes, no take. 15-11. Bottom 5, 2 outs.
Ready, pitch.
high pop up over into short right field. It's a bouncing
Yeah, it had
foul.
that sound. Yeah.
And Alex was almost all the way to the base. He just continued to run it out, but a little slower instead of trying to stop too quickly.
And let's see if now on that third strike, after hitting it and running a little bit, if he chooses to maybe pass one.
Nestor walking the rest of the way out to go bring Alex back into home plate. James, the pitcher, taking a slight break. He has such a quick pitch. He's always, as soon as that batter is ready, he has got that ball up and going. One of the fastest sets of pitching.
3 strikes, no take.
So again, this is Alex Barrera coming back up, left-handed hitter. After that foul ball, running him almost all the way to third.
3.
Set in the field. Here we go.
Bringing that bat up over the shoulder.
Ready? Hey. Pass.
And he does.
And
So,
that was a pass.
Yep, he passes that one.
Has a little bit of a tear on his left pant leg at the knee.
Big swing here, 2 outs. Ooh.
Straight as a strike to the catcher's mitt, bringing the chaos back up to bat.
Tough break there for the Long Island Bombers. You had the at bat by Joey DeJesus where he smacked one foul and then wound up striking out.
And just a little high and outside on that, making a strike.
He may feel like a professional bunter, but his last at bat in that 5th inning, I'll get to it in a sec.
And just a slight early swing.
That last at bat in the 5th, I mean, he just knocked it into next week. I mean, there was no getting that ball from anyone. There was no defensive positioning.
Bat up at the ready. On another strike as he misses that by about 2 inches.
Can still take one. He's got that 3-strike count.
And that's going to be a strike. for an out for Cody Jeffries, bringing Richie Flores up to bat for the Chaos. One out, Chaos.
He scored his last 3 at bats since I've sat down and started calling this game with you. They haven't put him out, so Richie Flores has been on it. He and Cody Jeffries have been going back to back a couple times. Richie trying to pick up Cody in this situation.
Getting a base check as the bat leaning back toward the catcher. And scooping golf swing, just not quite hitting it. As Richie exhales strongly before gritting his teeth. Solid slammer over into center left, bouncing off of Pascal's foot. Sliding by. That is going to be a score. That was a slight miss by Joseph after it bounced off of Pascal's foot. Joseph dove for it, but it went right past him. So that's going to add another run up for the Chaos.
So 16-11 now, and that's just a smack. And it sounded to me like maybe visually it was a line drive that just had a lot of carry to it, had a lot of sharpness to it, and was just really hard to field.
Yeah, it's definitely a line drive. It didn't drop until it hit Pascal's foot, and then just kept going, bringing Adrian Tamplin up for the Chaos as we get a new ball.
Big insurance run for the Chaos. See if Long Island can shut it down from there. But Richie Flores really coming up big for his team in a World Series game.
All right, set the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Base check as Adrian has the bat resting on his left shoulder. And taking that pass. Bat up on the ready. And swing just a little early as it
Once again,
drops after the swing.
I count this as the 3rd time I've seen Tamplin take that first pitch. The 2 times that he's done it, struck out.
And the ball low by about 4 inches under the bat.
One, 2, 2-1.
And this time the ball high by about 3 inches over the bat.
So the count is now full, 3-1. 3-1 count.
This is an imperative hit for Adrian and the Chaos.
It's a huge pitch.
And it's going to be under the bat by about 2 inches, making 2 outs for Chaos as Garrick Scott comes up to bat for Chaos for the first time in this game.
So from what I've seen, yeah, he really might want to rethink the first pitch. It might be just his pitch. 2 outs. Garrick Scott now. Long time Chaos.
Please. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Standing at the ready. And underneath the swing by about 3 inches. And a little on the outside, just under the bat by about 2 inches.
2 strikes, 2 strikes.
2 outs. And low underneath the bat by about 3 to 4 inches.
That's a 3-strike count. Still has that take.
And underneath the bat by about 1 inch to 2 inches. And that's going to be 3 outs, sending the Chaos back out to the field to defend that 5-run lead. This is going to be the bottom of the 6th. You can see the Chaos over there huddling before they go back out. They know this is where it's going to matter. They have got to defend this. Defense is going to mean everything at this point.
5 runs to tie, so that Long Island made it doable for them.
We finished having chaos set up out in the field. We're going to have John Cruz up to bat first for the Bombers. Got his pant legs pulled up to his knees. Definitely a heavy hitter here. Just waiting patiently for the field to be ready and for Jaden Price to call for the clear and the base check. A couple tosses here by James and to Nestor here. And John's setting up, bouncing on his knees, ready for the pitch. And a little on the outside low by about an inch. I definitely can hear the wind on that. And that one, the ball was just a little high.
So 2 strikes. First batter of the 6th inning. 16-11 Atlanta.
As John lines his bat up with the front inside corner of home plate, ready for the pitch. And just sliding over the top of that ball. It was almost right on, just by about a half an inch off. That ball going right up over the top, tipping with a foul and coming up underneath the scorekeeper's table. Wasn't us this time though, Matt.
Wasn't us this time, but geez, one of us is going to get slammed one of these times.
Hard, solid line drive in center, just over the pitcher's head. Garrett Scott stopping the ball with his body and a clear out. So that is going to be an out by Garrett Scott.
That's the first out.
Chaos.
Always the biggest out to get, Rosina. That first batter to quell the momentum of the inning, to shove that energy down, to force the other team to rally. Garrett Scott, that's why you put him in a game late. Great defensive play, positionally sound as always, and he makes the play there.
I'm going to be bringing up Casey Bond to bat with his yellow eyes painted on his blindfold for the Bombers.
And Casey Bond and Damian Gonzalez have been big for them today.
Set the field.
Checking the field. Resetting of Richie Flores in the field. Base check.
Nope. No first base.
It's third base out there checking. And just fixing the plug, and we got a base back in action.
So the chaos 2 outs away.
Bat up and ready for the pitch. And just barely over the top of that bat by about half an inch. And bouncing down just to the left outside, almost straight to Richie Flores. He's just got it. It is out. He has him out. That's going to be 2 quick succession outs by the Chaos. Garrett Scott and Richie Flores for the 1-2 out. They'll have to see if they can do it again, as we have Damian Gonzalez coming up to bat, left-handed for the Bombers.
Yeah, that was a tough one there for Casey Bond. He hit that solidly, just a little too much chop to it, and that's what caused it to die. He hit it solidly, but it sounded like he hit the top of the ball solidly, and so he wasn't able to get any kind of lift on it, any kind of carry to it. So Richie Flores with the easy pickup there.
Hey, quiet, please.
Asking for
Bases, please.
getting a base check.
Thank you. Here we go.
Ready for the pitch. And sliding right underneath the bat by about 2 inches.
So Damian Gonzalez trying to keep the game going for the Bombers, down to their last out, down 5 runs.
Had a slight hop back into the inside and toward the plate. Pop up over and short and left, just past Richie Flores as he scrambles and still running for the ball. And it's going to be called safe. Safe for Damian Gonzalez as he saves the Bombers and keeps them in the game. Split second as Richie had to run behind him, scrambling for that ball, just not quite doing it in time.
Richie Flores giving him credit as just got him by an eyelash to Damian Gonzalez there. It was a race. Richie, once again, not quite making the initial play. Just didn't get back in time. And Damian with good speed to burn there, 16-12. So, yep, still kicking are the Bombers. Damian Gonzalez, 3 runs in his last 3 at-bats.
It's going to bring up Pasquale for the Bombers.
This is where I need to be ready to make a defensive play. Hit it at me
That
twice.
was several times last inning.
All right, exit, please. Thank you. Thank you. First one
Gonna
more
get
time.
it first again.
Thank you. Here we go. Set. Ready. Hit. Pass.
Taking that first pitch.
Here we go. Your turn.
Slow swing over the center of the plate and back up ready. High pop up about 120 feet straight and then dropping into left field over by Richie Flores. Can he get it? And he is out. That will be the game. That is the 3rd out. That was an incredible height there that hit. Perfect opportunity to get to that base. But that is going to end the game. 16-12 in favor of the Chaos as they line up for a congratulatory handshake, waiting for the Bombers to line up. Jaden Price bringing the ball back in. Chaos still waiting for Tim to make it in from the outfield.
Great job by Richie Flores to stick to the hang time on that pop-up and not try to overplay it, not try backing up on it. He just stuck with that hang time. Pasquale probably would have liked a little bit of a faster base run for himself. I thought he had a sure run the way he hit it, but sometimes it really does come down to the speed of the individual batter. And Richie Flores, thanks to the speed of that individual batter, had time to make the play. So great win by the Chaos.
You hear the good sportsmanship out there as they congratulate, clap hands, hugs there as they are congratulating each other on a game well played. Remember, we do have the Wool game, Women of Our League, later tonight that will be played. That will also be live streamed. Get to see all the great women players divided up into 2 teams, the Divas and the Bombshells.
The Divas snapped the long bombshell winning streak from the years past with a win last year, 3-1. So Kalari Glerkley, now Kalari Jackson, was the player of the game last year. We probably definitely see her. She was also the champion of the women's long ball. So definitely looking forward to seeing Dakota Hogwood. I'm not sure if she's playing in the game, but she most likely will be. Champions of the women's running speed. So definitely looking forward to a great game tonight between the Divas and the Bombshells.
But for now, this was the Chaos win. Definitely you can see the Bombers out there as they have a discussion huddle. And they're saying thank you for all the volunteers. Thank you, James.